With 80% of flowers imported, by the time you get your flowers from the grocery store, they are already a week old. One teacher here in the natural state is leading a local change in how people get their bouquets. After a year and a half of consideration, graphic design teacher Lindsay Fell finally planted the seed and started her flower farm earlier this year.
Around January, February is when I started my first seedlings, and then we waited for our last frost date, which is around April 1st, before we planted them out here in the field. So these zinnias that you see right here are the zinnias that I started in the kitchen.
Mrs. Fell finds it easier to begin her process indoors until the time is right to put the flowers in the ground.
That'll give us 4 to 6 weeks of growing time and then transplant outside. And then we had little seedlings that we would plant into our rows.
She found a process that worked best for her when making large orders to help her stay organized and consistent.
I usually decide on a bouquet recipe before. It depends on where I'm taking them, because like Front Porch Market, for example, likes a wrapped bouquet priced at about $15. Blackberry Market, they like a wrapped bouquet priced at about $20.
At the start, selling her flowers at various locations was more of an experimental process than she originally anticipated.
Too, we kind of have to be flexible and throw different things out there at people and see what they wanted at those different locations. And it's interesting that the different things sell at the different locations.
Mrs. Fell chooses to sell her flowers in small businesses like her own to help support our local economy.
I like selling in small, independently owned places like, Blackberry Market, the Front Porch Market, and things like that.
Blackberry Market is located in Argenta and is a young business just like Mrs. Fell's. Owner Whitney Leubner voices her enthusiasm in small business support.
We love to work with local businesses. We find that that's a great thing for us. We enjoy having that, but also our customers really love to have local items available.
Mrs. Fell isn't the only flower farmer in the area. There are several others as well that can rely on each other when in need.
There's been days I've had, custom orders that people have asked for, and I didn't have a certain color of something that I needed, and I know I can reach out to those growers and they'll sell me wholesale, a bunch of whatever I need.
If you're in search of organically grown flowers, you can trust that Bramble and Bloom will have just what you need. For the Bryant Buzz, I'm Taylor Dischinger.